welcome back to Aspire to Be Me YouTube channel, and we are actually at the end of a 5-part series with coping skills. And this coping skill is one where I hear all the time people blame. A lot of times on the crisis line, we don't talk about religion, we're completely non-judgmental, but it does come up when the caller wants to talk about it. And a lot of times, we have callers who blame God for different situations. Why is God doing this to me? Why is this happening? And it's hard to hear those things because I have been there. I have been upset with God for the things that have happened to me, but it's not God's fault. We are not to blame God. So who says, right? Well, I wore my favorite shirt. It says, trust in God, but lock your car. And one time I had my car broken into, and I was irate. I was upset. It was during the day. It was at my job. I couldn't understand why someone would do this. I did not blame God. I blamed the person who broke the window of my car, took out my radio and my CD player, and just took it. They just left me with glass everywhere, with my whole car a disaster, but I never blame God for it. That's not saying that I'm a great person. It's just something that when something like that happens, usually we blame the person who actually did it. Now, depression can come in many ways. And a lot of times, there are some different things that can help that happen. Like for example, a divorce, a broken relationship, finances. There are outside earthly things that can make us depressed. And then there's people who are just depressed and you have absolutely no really idea why. And that's a lot of times people just don't understand. They don't know what to blame. But the last thing to blame is God. And God can actually make you stronger by reading His Word, listening to inspiring music, putting those positive sounds and His Word into your ears so you can stay positive and receive His blessings. Because that's what we want out of life. We all want a wonderful life. But we have to remember that there are evil people in this world. There are people that are going to do things that are way beyond our control. And we have to realize that. God gave us a free will, and those are things that we just have to deal with. But we can pray. Now, when we blame God, God's going to give those, He's not going to let us get those blessings. We have to stop blaming Him and start going to Him. Now, I want to read a couple of verses from the Bible. And the first one is John 10:10. Okay, this says, the thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. So, that totally contraindicates when we blame God for the things that have happened in our lives. He's there for us. He's the one person that will listen. He might be the only person that is there for us to listen. And we have to take His blessings and ask for those blessings and not blame Him. So, remember, the thief is the one who is actually stealing, killing, and destroying. God wants you to have a rich and satisfying life. He wants you to be blessed. So definitely reach out to Him. It's a great coping skill. Now, you might not believe in God, then this coping skill isn't for you. But there's nothing wrong with trying it. There's nothing wrong with trying any kind of healthy coping skill. Now, before I leave you, I want to give you one more Bible verse, and that is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. They are plans for good. Let me repeat that. The plans for good and not for disaster. Not. For you to give you a future and a hope. Just cling on to those words. God is wanting us to have a rich and satisfying life. And He wants to give us a future and hope. A lot of times we throw that word hope around a lot. But sometimes we forget to just have that relationship with God and ask Him for some hope. A long time ago when I didn't feel like I had anybody to talk to, I'd sit down in my closet and after asking God to not kill me, I decided, hey, if you're not going to let me die, God, if you're not going to let me harm myself or do anything in that nature, then there must be a reason why you are wanting me to live. And the reason why he wanted me to live was to be able to have hope and give hope to other people, because you can have hope. You can overcome this. God was that for me. It might not be for you, but I think it can be for you if you try. So remember, always trust in God, but lock your car. You can trust in God, but you still have to do the work. You still have to try to get better. Okay? So I hope that helps, that this podcast, I know it's probably a little bit different than the other 4 coping skills that we had, but it's one that's really important to me and one that worked for me. You know, remember, I'm not a licensed counselor. I'm just someone who went through depression, suicidal ideations, and I am trying to help people have hope. Just like God wants people to have hope, I want you to have hope as well. And know that you are worthy, and you can overcome, and you are able to have that blessed life. So I hope you guys have a great day, and see you next week. Bye.